and the GOAT, Carl Teasy! Fighting for the Golden Road, let's go Team Liquid!
Zora, yeah.
Not talk about. It's going to be the Kalea for Alter Ego, their priority. Usually, Team Liquid will answer with a Gadot Catcha late into the draft. I think right now it's worth it to just get a Purify hero like the Claude, for example, or maybe take this Leomord right now. That will be the options.
Dexter, it's our
We will go for the Claude, as we mentioned.
Payback.
And it's going to be the Farsa.
I love this opener for Alter Ego. By picking the Kalia, you kind of attack both your own weakness and take away one of your opponent's strengths. Yasuke hasn't really played Lancelot much, if ever. And that's Carl Teasy's main hero. So by doing that, you kind of soft lock Carl Teasy away from that. And this still opens their Freya. Liquid, they beat the Freya on the Claude already, but in the hands of Arfi, that's bold.
Well, they will have to think about the Leomord as well, because that's the typical combo with this one, but they will go for the Uranus instead. And what I really like about this for Alter Ego is that there's no Lunox option now for Team Liquid, which would have been good versus the two heroes of Alter Ego. That's why I think that maybe CC is an option for Team Liquid, just so they will have that shred and anti-high HP heroes that they need.
And I love this Uranus. You also kind of block out the Yusen Shin, another one of Carl Teasy's better picks in the past competitive season. So you're weird to play a Lancelot, you're weirded out to play a Yusen Shin, you go back to one of his favorites. Old flame for Carl Teasy, that Baksha.
That feels like Liquid taking a page out of Aurora's book.
Exactly.
They saw their fellow Filipinos and said, thanks for leading the way, Aurora, we're gonna follow.
And I think that they have exposed Alter Ego here. Don't get me wrong, I really like how Alter Ego went for their first 3 picks. However, it kind of confirms that you will not go for utility jungler on your side. You will go for an assassin this time because you have already drafted the Freya. So that means that this Baksha, the utility jungler for Team Liquid in combination with the Claude, will definitely have the tools in the latter portions of the game to deal with Alter Ego.
This has become one of the Filipino teams in M7's Obra Maestras, their magnum opuses, to be able to throw back to utility meta and shake up this fighter side lane situation and force teams to adapt. There goes the Lunox.
Break glass in case of emergency button for all the Filipinos.
Yeah. How does AE respond?
Too many assassins, too many fighters. Let's bring back Baksha. Let's bring back Akai, Frederick.
Years later, it's still what breaks the game.
So you might target JP, like the catch as well as the Hylos will be the heroes that you could consider. At the same time, you want to take away Arlott or Lapu-Lapu from Sanford. So it is indeed going to be the Gadot Catcha.
Yeah.
JP will have to think about a different hero, and knowing that this could well be an assassin jungler for Alter Ego, Team Liquid, a safe pick, a safe way for them to ban Esmeralda, then pick Hilda, Red 4.
Already banned out in the first phase.
They're good. They're good, so it's much easier.
Much easier.
Hilda,
Although
easy pickup. Can you still afford the Cho?
Yeah. I'm really thinking Hilda here. I think if Alter Ego can just read through it, they will just ban the Hilda so that no matter what happens, they will have a good assassin.
Yeah. The mid lane turn, I feel like, is what Alter Ego is going for. They could just double down on the YSS Zetian combo to maximize their vision. That's one of the best ways you can deal with Team Liquid Philippines is if you can see where they are. So for the last ban, I think it could be a Sanford hero. They might just pick their poison in terms. Arlott already banned as well in the first phase, yeah. So it might be the Esme, Yu Zhong if they want to minimize the impact.
They might think Lapu-Lapu as well.
If they ban the Hilda, it's a clear telegraph. They want to put an assassin on Yasuke, but no, it's obvious.
They really want the Yi Sun-Shin, I think. in this
Yeah.
scenario.
Are they sort of like baiting TLPH of like, hey, we're gonna
Yeah.
put the Freya in the jungle, or is it really just to protect their YSS?
Really just to protect their wives or whatever assassin that they will have eventually, because the playing field is so wide for them. I believe that Team Liquid will pick up Hilda here. At worst, they will go Khalid, I guess. There is the Khalid.
Yeah.
And now Alter Ego. I believe that this is a safer route to go for that for Yi Sun-Shin. But, you know, something tells me that the Kadita might be inbound as well, because
Ah, yeah.
Kalea could be a combo.
Yes.
They usually use it against the heroes of Team Liquid as well.
Yep, and there's still no synergy with the Kalia.
Yeah.
Kimi isn't it. We've seen it yesterday. It really doesn't work
Just
much.
not it.
Nope.
Yeah, especially against Claude and Basha. There's so much dive, and Kimi might not have enough for that. Kadita is a diver herself, so
Yeah.
that could be a good combo. Apart from that, maybe Lilia for instead of Alter Ego.
Plus, it works out math-wise. You got sand and fire on the other side. Why don't you just throw water at them?
The chemistry works wonders, man.
Basic analysis.
Yeah, Lilia is the only hero amongst those we mentioned that they played before.
Oh,
And here we see a Joy and a Kag.
Akag. The lack of knockup from Alter Ego, apart from the Kalea, kinda is a problem
Yeah.
against this Claude, but I appreciate the Joy. The Kagura, not so much. Now Team Liquid might just go for the Lapu-Lapu this time, or maybe a lockdown hero against the Joy. And you also can take Glue.
Yeah. Yeah, like Glue here, they will not have the damage profile to deal with it. In the EXP lane, it becomes dead.
They might just go Alice, actually. I think that's
Oh,
the
yes.
safest way
Yeah.
Liquid to go about this.
Yeah, and you kind of nullify what the Kalia does. Like, sure, hit me with that Tsunami Slam. Thank you very much.
When you think about... Oh!
Oh!
What a swerve!
Khalid XP?
Khalid, Naisu, Trex, bring it on, let's go!
Welcome to Mobile
The
Legends.
Tigreal is real. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this match. It's a best of 5. The lower bracket gauntlet continues for Alter Ego and, of course, Team Liquid from the Philippines here. And whoever wins this series immediately will have to face off against the Giants. Whoa, JP. All right. They'll have to face off against the Giants, Trex. How are we feeling about the draft here?
I mean, there's definitely a couple off-brand picks, but I do think that happens on both sides. We have the Tigreal that didn't work previously, but we also have this Kagura with a 0% win rate.
Yeah.
So both teams have some picks, the Tigreal and the Kagura, that take a lot to work.
Yeah.
They have a good skill ceiling. Even though the Tigreal seems like an easy-to-go hero, if you're not landing those implosions, there's a problem.
Yeah, and I feel like Liquid too, despite the many questions we already have regarding this draft, so long as Oheb shows us a similar gameplay as he did on this Claude yesterday, then I feel like they will at least be fine. But that is knowing that they're up against Arfi on the Freya, and Arfi on the Freya is a completely different beast, so
Yeah.
we'll have to see him exert double the effort if he wants to actually manage this lane at least.
I feel like a lot of teams obviously have done that. They've gone to the Freya against the Claude, and like you mentioned, Arfi is one of those players that brought it out for one of the first times throughout M7. It's worked so far so good against the Claude specifically, and you know, again, that's why the work for Oheb is going to be a little bit tougher as this game goes on, but also Sanford on the Khalid, something we don't see too often. You know, Khalid picked up in the XP lane where you're used to seeing it in the roam, especially in the hands of JP, but this amount of crowd control could also prove to be a problem for Alter Ego as they try to fight these objectives. You can see Carl Teasy give it the go for this positioning. Turtle's gonna break out.
Oh, Hijube actually going in. Zones out enough of the members of Liquid, and Yasuke finding Sanji right there. Raging Sanford landing on 3, however. Sanford fighting back, but Nino too, zoning them just the same, and now Sanford goes down next. It's a double for Yasuke.
An amazing response from Alter Ego. Team Liquid, I felt like, should have had the advantage. We're looking to mid-side. Oheb will get away safely, but still, having the Basha, you feel like there should be some advantage there. But Yasuke quickly switched shifts. Listen, we weren't going for the turtle. It was a bait, and they find Sanjin at that point. It's an easy win for Alter Ego.
And I think we saw that slight knockup too, helping Alter Ego dealing with Oheb, and maybe that's all that they need, because right now, they can be the ones playing aggressive.
Yasuke with 2 early kills on this Joy. against the GOAT Carl Teasy, man. You know that, like, especially in the difference in terms of the rotational speeds with this Joy and also the lead that you get, provides to be quite a bit of damage in the hands of Alter Ego, and that's already what we saw set up.
They're gonna commit on JP. Still gets to cast the implosion, but there won't be enough follow-up. Carl Teasy is having a very hard time getting out of this, and Yasuke's now on a killing spree, but a response from Sanford and Sanji!
But Sanford goes down! Team Liquid thinks they have the answer to this full brunt attack, and there was nothing for them.
Team Liquid is the one getting stampeded right now at this point in the game. It just feels weird because you're used to seeing them control early game. Well, right now, Alter Ego has brought this composition and gotten the advantage.
Listen, Team Liquid isn't getting stampeded. They're charging towards the Attack Titan right now. They're getting rocks thrown at them, horses just going down. And, you know, the problem is what is going to be the answer to this Joy? It's 3-1 and 2 already.
Yep.
There's practically zero crowd control except for the Tigreal. Yasuke is going to be all over the place if this continues like this.
Oh, Hijime gets the flicker out, but the implosion will be there to catch him. Now he gets a response with the Tsunami Slap and the Tidal Strike. JP still trying to walk away though, but Nino will be there to try and stop him, and JP too will not survive.
And the crowd is erupting right now. Every time Team Liquid thinks they get a play, Alter Ego snaps back. And normally, when I'm casting Team Liquid games, it's the other way around.
Yeah.
Team Liquid might not want to get brawly with these guys right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know, a part of that is they just don't let up, and that's what Alter Ego has to do. Everything that's happened so far will get them this next objective. Second turtle in their hand. Carl Teasy will be stopped in his tracks. Whoa!
Oh, that's a multiple knockup coming in, but then Yasuke all alone, dealing with almost every single member. Sanji trying to deal with Nino right in front of him, but it's not going to be enough. And on the other side of the map too, JP once again falling. It's only Carl Teasy and Oheb left.
And Alter Ego continues to stomp forward. Team Liquid just running face first into a wall right now.
This is the tough part. Oh, Arfi? He should be able to get away.
Okay, he gets slowed down just a bit.
That's
Oheb,
Valkyrie's step.
okay.
All right, that's a pickup that they needed. Team Liquid has to start looking for things that they can take off the map because so far control is not in their favor.
At this point, Oheb will be the golden ticket. He's 1-0-0 right now.
Carl Teasy?
Oh, he stole away that buff. Sanji with a better dare strike, trying to help him there. Alec will go for the setup, but now the team fight split up. Carl Teasy goes down first, but so will Alec for the trade.
Jungle for Rome, though, a fair trade for Alter Ego. The gold continues to go into their lead, but that one kill did go into the hands of Oheb, putting him at 2-0-0. And as I was saying, he is the golden ticket for Team Liquid right now, the last chance.
Yep.
But it is a ride. Luckily, since he hasn't taken any deaths, he's been able to get some free farm up in the top side, though.
RP once again,
Yasuke.
can he handle this? Yasuke will be there, but the BMI somehow still saves Oheb. Carl Teasy to stop him, but it's not going to be enough. Yasuke still picks up the kill. A stun from Sanji, but the Yin Yang overturn, he has to avoid it. And now Hijime, he's showing what this Kagura is all about.
It's just like Trek said, man. Every punch that TL decides to throw, there's a counter punch from Alter Ego. They're doing such a great job at overlapping their rotations, overlapping the abilities that they have here to answer what TL throws at them. And that is going to continue to keep them ahead in this game and set them up the best possible way. Once the Lord comes into play, they should be able to go ahead and secure the third turtle. Carl Teasy will go ahead and grab his purple buff and get in to rotate. But Oheb, like you mentioned, Trex, might just be the one to cause this game to flip over. But Alter Ego has solved that for now.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him do it before, right? He gets the Trinity in, one big, wait.
Oh, another setup on JP, but JP
No.
still had the implosion! Catches 3, but RP is unstoppable on this Freya! Sanford couldn't do much as well. It tried to zone out the other members. Another attempt with the Tidal Strike. Carl Teasy's next. Sanford the raging Sandstorm, but he too might go down. Fortunately has the flicker, but they're all forced under the turret.
Nino, call the ambulance, because Alter Ego is pulling up at this point. Team Liquid, multiple members go down. That's 3 turtles over to them. It doesn't feel like there's an answer. Every time they set something up, I know Nino's not on a flashy here right now, and it looks like it's all Arfi, but every time a feathered airstrike comes down, Nino jumps on to Sanji, and it's just unplayable. The Farza can't get more than 2 of those feathered airstrikes to come down.
That's how you deal with it. You know, you kind of stop the amount of uptime that feathered airstrike has, and so far Alter Ego's been able to do that. Especially the Kagura, like the pressure with the Kagura is there, and that's what's actually either popped the Purify from Sanji or even Oheb, and then they're able to follow through. Looking at the items here too, you can see there's still tons of grounds to cover here, especially, again, Arfi is locked in for the most part. He's able to go ahead and just duel someone if he wants to with Corrosive Scythe. Battle Axe locked in, working on his next. You've already got a Holy Crystal and a Genius Wand as well for Yasuke, and that is what is causing such amount of burst when they follow through with the combos against TL.
Arfi as well, but wait a second, Tsunami Slam, everyone should be okay unless they try to force this. But Arfi picks up the Corrosive Scythe, goes into War Axe, and now he's working on an Endless Battle. Nice true damage going to be coming through to deal with Carl Teasy in the front line, to deal with JP. And we're seeing that Carl Teasy tries to find a way in on this Basha, but he's just getting gut checked every time he runs in.
Yeah.
It's a little weird too, just because, again, this is not a hero you usually see on Sanford. You can see that Sanford isn't necessarily able to do what you're used to see him doing on the likes of like a Yuzhong, for example, or even the Uranus or Narla, or like whatever he decides to pick up.
Yep.
This is different, so he has to approach these fights differently, and sometimes you might say, well, he's got the Raging Sandstorm, why doesn't he use it? But even so, if he gets that setup, they just necessarily don't have the damage yet with this lineup. I mean, you're 7,000 behind. You need time to go ahead and build up. There are some key items being picked up here, but it might be some time. He does pick up a Malefic Roar.
Damage Khalid, yeah.
He win for Blade of Hepatis second, I'm pretty sure. He just got in the Blade of Hepatis.
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus.
Blade
Yeah.
Heps, yep.
Sorry,
And the Malefic Roar, yeah.
and so Malefic Roar went first. Normally it's the other way around. So that could be a reason why we saw a slightly lack of damage from him in the early phase. Trying to get those big picks, and maybe it makes the difference now, but still it's so hard to land on a Hijime.
Another setup on JP. Still gets to dash out though, but then Arfi might just get punished here! That's the setup with the Raging Sandstorm and the Blazing Twin coming in from Oheb. Now they're trying to target down Nino. Alec very low on HP as well. Somehow Team Liquid have regained control over the objective.
Oh, they have control of it, but Lord is still for the taking here, knowing they have the numbers advantage. What can Yasuke do here if he goes in?
Okay, they don't fight Yasuke just yet. Might get to punish Hijime. Goes out the umbrella in a weird direction, and now there goes the Tidal Strike. They won't go for a setup anymore. Alec doesn't have the Tsunami Slap, but the Strike might just finish off the kill. But Yasuke finding 2. It's now Evan Sanford going down. Carl Teasy might just be next, and that's a triple for Yasuke.
Yasuke waited patiently, and it all paid off.
I'm watching him, I'm waiting for that green dot to pop up. He used the electrifying beats already. He hung out in the tri-bush, and Carl Teasy, instead of checking it, goes for Hijime. So it buys Yasuke enough time. And I'm a little worried when he came in, but no, he had enough damage. He's able to turn that whole thing into his hands, and now the Lord is into the hands of Alter Ego.
My goodness, man. There's been talks about Yasuke and what he's been able to accomplish up to this point, and imagine he is 9-1-6, started so strong on this Joy pick, and against Carl Teasy too. I mean, the game plan was apparent from TL. They wanted to go and just get the kills, not so much commit to the Lord, because they want to go ahead and get some shutdowns, get some crucial gold for them, but it didn't happen. Alter Ego responded really well and kept things under control. And now they've got the Lord, so they can go ahead and get ready to get to the base of TL. They are massively ahead in most departments. Yeah, the roam nearly isn't different there, but it's still difficult for JP to exactly decide, is this a fight we should take? Should we set up here? And then even for Sanford to follow through. He's gonna go for a little bit defensiveness now because of the amount of magic damage that is coming out from Alter Ego's lineup.
All of them had to prioritize the magic defense first, but then you also have to deal with Arfi. You have to deal with the other members too. Oh, Feathered Airstrike. They will be focusing on clearing down the Lord first.
Might be a slight mess up on the push there, but still, they do get the Holy Defense off on the bottom tower before the Lord connects, so they get a lot of damage onto that, but Tier 2 in the mid still standing, but with the AK gold lead, Alter Ego aren't going to slow it down, they're not going to freeze lanes, they want more out of this push.
We'll see how they approach it. Again, Tier 2's all going to fall They set up here under the top.
Kumenda ka flicker Yang from Hijume takes down Sanji. There's the implosion. Sanford though finish off Hijume onto the back lines. We are gonna take a look at OBD though because he cannot tack the damage anymore. Everyone's getting bursted down. Not even the Blazing Duel is enough. Another triple, but this time for Arfi, and this might just be it for Alter Ego.
They have to wait for the minions to push in, but they're nearly there. They see the win in sight.
All they need is a few more seconds. Alter Ego Esports in a dominating fashion might just put an end to game number 1. Sanji feathered airstrike, but that's all that he's got.
What?
A shutdown on Yasuke though. They might have just saved the game.
Have they saved the game? Although the feathered airstrike comes out with big value. How does TL make it happen?
In a matter of seconds, Team Liquid survives. This is what we love MLBB for. Team Liquid still in the game. Yes, the gold lead is huge, but with a comeback like that, with a survivability like that, just about anything is possible from this point.
That is one of the biggest defensives so far that we've seen in M7 to buy more time. Again, we're going to look at the replay here, brought to us by Visa. Look at this. It's all initiated here on the bottom side. They get a great team fight in their favor, you throwing everything at TL, but then because the waves weren't pushed the way that they needed to actually end the game here, it took a little bit too long, and you see that 20 seconds for Sanji on the death timer. At that point, bought him enough time to change the course of that defense. Now, what does this mean? Does it change much? Not too much. They stayed in the game, but this Lord is up, and now Alter Ego is starting it up.
I don't know, man. You never count out Team Liquid. It might not change too much, but it buys more time, and we're closing in on the 15-minute mark. Gold is getting past the 40K mark for both teams, and things are going to get more and more aggressive from Team Liquid as we move forward.
We're gonna focus on the hero, Sanji with a feathered airstrike too, but Yasuke just goes in for the dive! OHEB goes down first! A very unfortunate sequence of events for Team Liquid after that defense. A double kill once again for RP. Sanford finds the trade on Yasuke, however, but Sanji somehow dodges this, but not the attempt from 3 members of Alter Ego.
It didn't change too much. We're back in the base, but this time, Alter Ego will be able to take game 1 under their